Hi guys, Adam here. I'm doing the top 10 favourite horror franchise tag. This was created by Erschen from the Horror Corner. He's doing just his personal top 10. It was picked up as a tag from Geek Legion of Doom, and I found this out via Lisa Loves. I'll leave a link to everybody's channel there. And okay, here's my list. At number 10, I'm going to start with Wolf Creek. It's been 2 movies and a TV series, so it does count as a franchise. Loosely based on, what's his name again? Ivan Milat. He was a serial killer and became known as a backpack murderer. And for us in Australia, seeing John Jarratt for the first time play a character like this, he's usually cast as nice guy roles. And it was on a kids show. I think it was Play School. So just think about that. Mick Taylor was on a kids program. There's meant to be a Wolf Creek 3, but John Jarratt's having some legal trouble at the moment. I'm not sure if that's been cleared up or yet, so got to see what happens. Number 9, this is one Lisa Loves reminded me of, is the Final Destination franchise. It's a kind of fun franchise. It's kind of darkly humorous, and it's interesting that there's no actual physical villain. I mean, death is there, but of course you don't see it. I mean, it's just such an interesting concept. Yeah, so Final Destination at number 9. At number 8, I've picked Hellraiser, mainly for the first couple, mainly 1, 2, 3's alright. Bloodline, nah. And that's pretty much where I stopped watching the franchise. I know there's been a whole heap after that, which went direct to video. Bloodline went direct to video here, so yeah. But mainly for the first 3, really. At number 7, Insidious, mainly for the first one and number 3. I think they were the best 2 out of the 4. I mean, this was made by the Saw creators, James Wan and Lee Winnell. At number 6, The Conjuring. I'll put The Conjuring universe because it's quite a few now, but mainly for the mainline films. But out of the spin-offs, I'd say Annabelle Creation is probably the best one. Then the original Annabelle, and I don't think The Nun was too bad actually. I kind of enjoyed The Nun. At number 5, the Evil Dead films. One's a good film, 2 is just completely bonkers and funny and over the top. It's a lot of fun. Army of Darkness gets a mixed response from some people, but I enjoyed it. I knew going into it that it was going to be more an adventure comedy, but it's still funny. At number 4, I've got the Friday the 13th franchise. Of course, it's a mixed bag. Hated by critics, but still very successful. Of course, some have been better than others. Yeah, so Friday the 13th at number 4. Next up is the Halloween franchise. I mean, the first one is a horror masterpiece. Also proves you don't need a huge amount of gore to make a great horror film. I mean, the sequels did add a lot of gore, but they had to compete with the others. But my favourites in the Halloweens are obviously 1, 2, 4. Not 6. Does anybody like 6? Halloween H2O. And of course the Halloween 2018. So those are my favourite in the franchise. Yeah. At number 2, I'm going to put the Saw franchise. I kind of like how the story evolved with all the twists and turns. And the first one does have a really good surprise ending. I mean, it took me by surprise when I first saw it. Plus, it was good to see a couple of Melbourne boys do good in Hollywood. And here's a question for Americans. How do you rate Lee Winnell's American accent? I'm just interested, that's all. Yeah, but I did like how the franchise kind of evolved and the plot twists. It was a lot of fun. Especially they're fun to watch kind of back to back. And at number 1 I've got Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, and here's why I like it. I mean, I don't mind the killer in a mask, but I like it because no matter how good or bad their films are, they always use a lot of imagination in their dream sequences. So it's kind of different. Of course, some have been total, well, crap. But I do think New Nightmare is quite a good film in that they did something very different with the franchise, and it was risky, but I know it's not everybody's favourite, but I thought it worked pretty well. Okay, so this is open to anybody who wants to do it. So basically your top 10 horror franchises. Okay, so that's all for now, and I'll see you again soon.